On today's episode, we're going to talk about why the pricing that you currently use for your landscaping company is wrong and how you can fix that. So stay tuned because I'm going to share with you some really important things that will help your business grow. I'm Gabe Arnold, and this is the Green Mountain Podcast. We are the champions who brave the elements to create beauty. We see chaos and create order. We are never afraid of hard work, and we understand the power of strategic thinking and intentional actions. We come from all walks of life, and we will never allow our past to determine our future potential. We create beauty around the homes of our customers and increase the value of our community with the work that we do every day. We understand the power of consistent branding because it helps us grow and serve all those around us. We practice effective sales so our company, employees, and community can benefit from the value we add. We intentionally invest in operational habits that help us deliver excellent results to our customers on a continual basis. We understand that powerful and beautiful things take time to grow, and with consistent watering and intention, amazing results can happen. We are committed to making the world a better place by being positive examples to all those around us. We don't allow anyone to look down on us because we know the value we bring to our community as leaders. We create positive workplaces for our employees so they feel safe and supported, and at the same time, we hold ourselves to high standards. We pursue excellence on a daily basis because we know the journey is worth the sacrifice. We are the protectors of the land. We are the guardians of beauty. We are the heroes. We are landscapers. I'm personally part of multiple different landscaping groups on Facebook. And one of the reasons that I am is because it's always important to me to understand what's going on in the industry, in the space, and how all of us here at Landscape Marketing Hero can show up and really deliver great results and really serve all of our clients. And one of the most common things that I see in all of the groups is people asking, how should I price this? And there's an old saying that if you follow the masses, the M is silent. And that's kind of what always comes to mind for me when I see people asking, like, how much should I charge for this, for this cleanup job? Or how much should I charge to put mulch down? Or do you think I'm charging the right amount to mow this lawn? Or did I charge enough to do this, landscape construction project? And unfortunately, just asking a random group of people, even though they are probably in your industry, if they're in that group, it doesn't serve you well because you're not taking into consideration what it really requires to be profitable for your business. And so while it's worth knowing what other people are pricing just for awareness, you never should base your value for your customers on other people's pricing. And you should never just randomly choose somebody else's pricing because it doesn't allow for you to really take a good close look at what does your company actually need. And just some quick examples, because this is something that we talk a lot about in our training, that we offer on our site at Landscape Marketing Hero. It's a part of the mastermind that we have. There's a lot of important information that we go through. But one of the most important things to start thinking through as you're looking at your pricing is first to understand how much profit do you want to make at the end of the year. If you know that, then you're able to back that into how many accounts you have. And that is one of the primary things to look at as you look at pricing. But the other thing to look at is what is your overhead? So as an example, if all of us have been there, I've done this too. So it's not wrong that you did it, but it's not going to be effective if you continue to act this way, because you'll know better after listening to this, to this episode. But if you think about your overhead, maybe you have 2 crews. So you have a couple trucks, couple trailers, maybe 3 or 4 mowers, whatever it is. And you have to pay for those. So you either paid cash for them and you need to be saving up money to pay cash again for the next machine or the next truck or trailer or whatever it is, or you finance them and then you're making a payment and eventually you'll own it. But if you are asking about pricing and you have a couple crews out there, but the person that responds is a solopreneur still, or maybe has 1 helper and they don't even have 2 crews working independently, then the pricing that they give you is not going to be relevant to you because you have different overhead. Just like if somebody who has 20 crews out there gives you pricing advice, it probably doesn't apply because they're basing that, if they're, being effective in their pricing and their experience in it, they should be basing it on what their overhead is. And that's just one factor. On top of that, everybody has different, employee compensation structures that they may use in different regions. People make a little bit different rate wise. There's just a lot of factors that go into really choosing the right price for your business and for the services that you offer. And so instead of just following what everybody says, oh, you charge too much or you charge too little, none of that's really relevant to you until you do the work of figuring out, what your pricing actually should be. And I'll touch on a little bit about the pricing, process that we teach and, talk about in all of our programs, so you can understand the basics. And then I definitely reach out for any help that you need. But they'll give you at least a rough structure of how to think about pricing instead of just seeing what is everybody else charging, because the concern or the trap or the problem that really puts you in a position where you're using the wrong pricing is, say you just go off of somebody else's opinion, or you have a quick chat with them and they say, yeah, it sounds like a good price. And you price, weekly mowing at $100 for somebody, or $150, whatever the number is. But we'll say $100 for easy math. If that's what you price something at, but it actually costs you like $90 to mow that lawn, then $10 is not enough profit for you to grow. You'll actually be losing money by end of the year when you pay other overhead, when you have taxes, when you need to set aside profit, when you actually want to increase your pay as the owner of the company. And so if you were just to run with that pricing, you could actually put yourself out of business unintentionally simply by taking bad advice on the pricing. So being proactive in how you price things and really having a method for you to walk through how you price things is way more effective. And it's much more important to take that path than it is to just ask everybody what they think about their pricing. Profit first is something that I learned a long time ago. And it's knowing, what do I want to have profit on each job? What do I want to profit end of the year? And you don't want to be in the position where you use cost plus pricing. This is something I talk about in some of the trainings that we have over at Landscape Marketing Hero. But if you add up your costs and say you got 2 guys there for an hour, and we'll say that's $40 in labor, and then you got, $10 in gas. And then, you add up, whatever you think your costs are. And let's say it adds up to $75. Marking that up 20 or 30% is not actually the right way to price, because you're going to lose some of that percentage in taxes. You're going to lose some of that percentage when things aren't efficient, and you're going to leave yourself with a really low percentage. Whereas if you start from how much profit do I want to make every year and per account, you already put your profit in there, and then you add your cost down below, and you come up with a different price. And it's a different, mentality and methodology that really makes a big difference. And so my main point today and my encouragement to you is, don't just blindly follow the masses, because the M is silent, like I said at the beginning, and don't allow yourself just to follow a pricing model that somebody else gave you, unless you've broken it down and understand it. And it really does protect your profit, puts you and your company in a position where you can grow and you can keep climbing the green mountain to success and having as large a business as you want, even $10 million or more per year. Because then, you'll actually be in a position where you can grow and scale, because you have a method to your pricing that is obviously a part of your sales, and that allows you to operate healthily and effectively as a business owner and as a company. So all this week, we're going to be talking about some planning, sales, generating revenue. We're going to be focusing a lot on effective sales, which is part of the CEO method. And we'll talk about a little bit more about the whole CEO method tomorrow as we get more into effective sales. So I appreciate you taking time to tune in, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's show. If you're ready to begin your journey up the Green Mountain, where we show you how to build a low-stress, high-profit, $10 million per year landscaping company, then head over to landscapemarketinghero.com to download your free growth map. One of our guides will be there to help you along the way. Again, that's landscapemarketinghero.com.